Alright guys, I'm going to tell y'all a story basically about what I did this past year. I kind of did it subconsciously. It's, looking back, it's something that I've done for a while without even realizing it. I had no awareness of it, and now that I'm aware of it, I start putting it into place in my life, and it just accelerates anything I'm trying to do, anything I'm trying to chase, any goals I want, any dreams I have. It accelerates, and it's crazy because it's such an easy thing to do as long as you take the right steps. And so basically in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down kind of what I did, give you all my story, and maybe hopefully give you some advice on how you can do this as well. And so basically I'll rewind a little bit. So a little bit about me. I'm a 20-year-old college student. I'll be entering my junior year this year. Home for summer break, of course. But going into college, I was pretty lost. I didn't know who I was, who I wanted to hang out with, who the kind of person I wanted to be was. I didn't really know if I wanted to go to school or not. I kind of just had a lot of gray areas in my head, in my life, of like what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, if I even knew what I was doing, because I really didn't. I was pretty clueless. Like most high school graduates, right? I feel like we all have, we're kind of rough in some areas of like what we want to do, what college we're going to, what major, all this stuff. There's just so much at you. And I was clueless. And going into college, I gave it a shot. I knew that it was a chance for me to kind of find myself and find a good group of people to hang out with, a good circle of friends. That's something I never really had in high school. I'd always go back and forth between different circles. And I think that's why I never really got the chance to find myself. But going into college, I knew there was a chance for me to start fresh and start new, and that's what I was set on. I knew that's what I wanted to do. I didn't know how I was going to do it though. So that first semester, I wasn't really interested in doing any fraternity stuff, whatever. That wasn't really me, I feel like. So I didn't even try it in the fall, that first semester. I kind of just cruised by. I made a lot of great friends here and there, but I still felt lost. I felt like I didn't have much purpose there. And so I just kept wondering to myself, like, what am I doing here? Every single day I would wonder that. And but something I did know going into college is that I didn't want what I was in high school, which was, antisocial, shy, a loner, didn't fit in well with people, didn't like hanging out with people that much. And I didn't want to be that. I wanted to be someone that was, respected, charismatic. I wanted to be someone that people appreciated, that people could talk to, that was friends with everybody, that was cool with everybody. Of course, I had to give that off in order to get that back. And so I knew that's what I wanted to be. I didn't know how I was going to do it. But in my mind, I always had an image. This is what helped me. So if y'all want to take something from this is just something that helped me. I would always have someone in mind that I wanted to be like. So for me, it was like one of my dad's friend's son was like an older brother to me going into college because he just walked me through everything. I saw he was such a nice guy. Everyone loved him. And I wanted to be like that. So I had that image in my head, when it came to me, like meeting friends, meeting people, and living that college life. He was a big image in my head. So that's just an example. I'm not saying you want to be exactly like that person, but it's good to have someone in mind that way you can kind of replicate, just something that they would do in order to get to where they are. So that's all it took for me. But I knew that I wanted to step it up a little bit. I wanted to make a change. I didn't want to just be that kid that was just, at school, not really doing much, was friends with people, but didn't know what he was doing, didn't have a purpose. I didn't want to be that guy. And so I made a decision my second semester to rush fraternity. I just went through with it, didn't really want to do it, but I was like, I'll just do it. I'll go through with it. And I did. And well, I found a fraternity, I joined one, and I'm just going to say a year later, to where right now, a year later, I'm vice president of my fraternity. I was homecoming chairman. I joined a National Leadership Society, Omicron Delta Kappa. And I feel like I have the most friends I've ever had before. And I'm in the best spot right now. I'm in the exact spot right now that I wanted to be in when I went into college. I didn't know how I was going to get here, but I'm literally in that exact spot. Because here's what I did know. I had a goal in mind. I had a vision in mind of what the kind of person that I needed to be. in order to get to where I am now. I had a vision for all of that, and I didn't even realize it back then. Looking back, I'm like, I actually really did, visualize myself being that guy because I had to, because whenever you want to get to when you want to get somewhere, you can't just have it in your mind and like just float around everywhere. You gotta know where you're going. You gotta think, okay, how can I get there? What am I gonna change that's gonna make me that person? So I started implementing that in just small areas of my life, and that first year after I made the decision to just do it, and I went all in on it, because it's funny that you don't really see the best qualities in yourself that other people might see of you. And I feel like that's what doing this helped me realize, is that other people see me like that guy too. Other people see me like that person that I wanted to be like, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even know people saw me like that. But because I was able to reflect on like people reassuring me that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I am doing a good job, I am doing what I need to be doing, just that reassurance, that always helped me. And I'd always be grateful for it, and I was always keep it in the back of my head to let me know that I'm on the right path, if that makes sense. But obviously I don't want to make this video to brag or to boast, to think that I'm cool, like frat guy or whatever, college kid. I'm not. That's not at all why I'm making this video. I'm just making this video because it's proof that you can literally change your entire life, the entire way that you act, your entire personality, in a good way, just by visualizing it, by visualizing your goals and just making those changes in your life. And you don't know how you're gonna get there. You don't. I don't know how I was gonna get there, but I knew that I had to do something. I knew I had to like just start, just do it. And well, that's all it took. Is when you have a goal in mind, opportunities will come your way. The way I see it is, when you visualize something up here, a goal that you want, or whatever it is, the person you want to be, when you visualize that, I think God reacts to that. God sees that, and he starts giving you opportunities. He sends them your way. But it's up to you to be alert, to be awake enough to see these things that come to your way as opportunities for you to take them, grow on them, and then use that to work towards the thing that you visualized. And once I realized that, once I started like thinking of it that way, it's just, he sends more. He sends more and more, and you don't even know when they're coming, how they're coming, what it is, but things just happen. And it's just crazy to me. I feel like things might happen faster for some people than other people. That's just the way I think things don't happen the same for everybody. It might happen faster for me and slower for you. That's okay though, because in the end, it's all a part of God's plan. It's all a part of the plan he made out for you, the path he laid out for you. Hey, Chrissy! My dog's just running down the driveway right now. But I just love, sometimes I get very lost in my thoughts, and I think, am I even doing what I need to be doing? Am I even on the right path? I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I feel this, I think about this stuff all the time. So it's just good to reassure yourself, sometimes when I look back and think about, what, I actually have done a lot. I actually have done things that I needed to do, good things. And, I wanted to make an impact. I told myself I was going to go into college and I was going to make an impact on the people around me, on my own life. And, I did just that without even realizing it. And this is how I know it's real, how visualizing is real and how it works, because I didn't know I was doing it. Like, I was not aware of it. And then once I started looking back and thinking, oh, shoot, I did just that. I became aware of it, and I started doing it more. I started doing it actively, doing it consciously. And then it just made it easier, Now it's just like, it's normal. So I do encourage you all to just pray. I think praying is so important, because you're speaking out what you want, right? You're speaking out what you want. God listens, and he'll give you these opportunities. I think that's what praying is all about. sometimes you gotta just listen, just listen to yourself, listen to God. Maybe don't spend so much time talking. So you really just gotta find it for yourself. It's different for everybody, but just have an idea of the kind of person you want to be. Just know it to be true, and just take these opportunities whenever they come, because God is listening, and he's giving you these opportunities because he knows that you're asking for them. You're literally asking for the opportunities. You can't expect to get there without having obstacles come to you, without these things coming to your life. You can't expect you to get to where that person might be, or the kind of person you want to be. You can't expect to get there without having things come your way that test you, right? And so it's up to you to make the decision. Am I going to do this? Am I not going to do it? Am I going to be scared? Am I not going to be scared? So it's just up to you. You got to, fear God. That's it. Because he knows what you got to do, and he's going to give it to you. So I do encourage you all to just visualize your goals and simply just go after them. Just take action. And sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not obvious. But if it's not obvious, then pray about it, and God will send them your way, little by little, day by day. And that's what it's all about. So yeah, just want to share that with y'all. Just my story, how I know it to be true. So yeah, I thank y'all for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.